and welcome back to the Hapster channel, where today I am diving into the MINIVERSE Make It Mini Lifestyle Series. This set is absolutely adorable. You actually get to mold your own teapots and teacups. They have a calico teapot and a tabby cat teapot, so I'm hoping that we may be able to make the full kitty collection. So stay tuned. We're gonna dive into these and make them together, and let's see what we've got. All right, let's dive into our very first one. All right, and the reveal. Whoa, everything wanted to jump out. Oop. All right, I can already tell that we got the Calico Kitty teapot. Let's see. Ooh, everything's jumping out at me. Oh, look at that. Purr. So cute. These are the little decals that you can put on the teapot to make it spot, and the little eyes that you can put on top. And then we've got some little sandpaper to make sure that you can smooth out any rough edges. Ooh, it is packed in here. Okay. Have a sunny day. Alright, okay, so this is our top of our teapot and our handle and the spout. Very nice. Resin, which I think is super cool that they make it look like porcelain. They make it look like a container of porcelain that you would be using if you were actually crafting these. And we got a little lid to go with it. I think this is our mold. The packaging is super cute. Yep. All right, this is our mold. Calico Kitty teapot. I also love that, you know, these molds, you can reuse them. So if you have ideas later down the road that you want to make another teapot, you can reuse it. It's super cool. Awesome. Great. On to the next one. There we go. Okay, and the reveal. If this is the other teapot. This is, so these are the teacups. Wow, the mold is really cool. Neat. And these are our decals. Okay, so these are the calico teacups that go along with the teapot that we just opened. Awesome. All right, we'll move on. These are definitely opening better than the Halloween ones. The Halloween ones really wrecked my hands. There was something about the plastic on them that, oof. We get our decals. Oh my goodness. I love the little faces on these. They're so cute. Little plate to go on the bottom once we have our teacups together. Very cool. Great. Okay, so we'll move on to our very last one. Trash be gone. Okay, and the final one. I do like that they give you this little plastic tray because it makes it a little bit easier to just set the mold down and then cure it. Yep, looks like we got the tabby cat teapot. So these are the little decals. Of course it's an orange cat, so you know he's got to be a little sassy. If you know anything about orange cats, they're a little sassy. Perfect. All right, so now we'll get to making them. Okay, so we're moving on to making these. Now I'm gonna do this a little bit different than I normally do in my videos. I'm actually gonna make both teapots, and then I'm gonna switch over and make both teacups. The trick with the Lifestyle Series 2 set is to really use sunlight to cure these and actually warm up the molds while they're being cured. I've seen some people have a lot of trouble with getting the teapots to cure all the way through before they unmold them. And when I did my first test, I figured out that putting them in direct sunlight and having it on a surface where it can actually heat up, so I put it on my patio, which is like a cement patio. That seemed to do the trick, and within 15 to 30 minutes it was perfectly cured, and it also did not have many bubbles when I did it first. So we're gonna do the teapots first, and then we're gonna move on to the teacups. So on the right I have the calico teapot, and then on the left I have the tabby cat. So the way that you use these molds is it looks like you want to fill it up this way, but you don't. You actually want to flip it over, and you're going to fill it up from underneath. Now, when I did this before, it was a little tricky to get the resin all the way in, and I just kind of had to be patient. So if it takes too long, I'll speed this up for you guys. Okay, so now that we've filled up the resin on our calico teacup, and I did fill it pretty full. As I was filling it, the bubbles were popping and coming up to the top, so that was chef's kiss. That's exactly what we wanted to see. So now this one is ready to be baked out in the sun, and then now I'm gonna move on to filling this one. All right, so we've got our resin inside of our molds for our teapots. We are ready at this point to put both of these outside in the sun and cure all the way. Okay, and while our teapots are curing, we are going to go ahead and get our resin into the teacup molds. Teacup. All right, so same thing, this one goes in the bottom. Okay, so we filled up our calico cat teacups. Also, it's kind of hard to see, but there are little cat ears in this mold for the teacup. And if you take a regular flashlight, not a UV one, but just like a regular flashlight, and you shine it around the teacup, you can actually see whether or not there's like little bubbles, and there was a decently sized bubble within one of the ears on my teacup. So I just took the little tweezers that they give you. I don't usually use these. I use my own tweezers because these are usually a little hard to pick things up, but for this it was perfect because I was able to stick it inside of the mold and bring that bubble up to the surface. So if that happens when you're making them, pro tip, definitely do that. What I was saying before is that this one, luckily you can actually see the little cat ears in the mold, and you can see the bubbles pretty easily, where the white one, obviously it's a lot harder to tell where the bubbles are, but I was able to see those bubbles, stick my little tweezers in there, and just pop it right out. Welcome to the Hapster outdoor cam. We have them perfectly positioned so that they get maximum UV and maximum sun. So we're just gonna leave them for a little while longer. Alright, so these just came in from outside. They feel really good. They feel nice and hard and not tacky to the touch or anything. So we're gonna unmold them, and we're gonna do our teacups first so that I can try to get the second teacups done, because we got some clouds rolling in, and I want to see if I can capture some sunlight today. These molds are a little bit hard. The kitty wanted to go for an adventure. All right. Here we go. So this is where the spout will go. And then these two dots back here are where the handle will go. So you can see we have, just a couple bubbles. That one is on the bottom, and that's gonna be sitting down, so it doesn't really matter too much, but I think otherwise it looks pretty solid. Okay, and now for our calico teapot, we're gonna unmold this one as well. There we go. This one I overfilled a little bit, and I had to use some of the sandpaper to kind of grind it down, but I think you're not gonna really see that too much because it's gonna sit on this cute little cozy right there. Okay. So the first one we're gonna do is our calico. I'm gonna put the handle and the spout. And the way that you do this is you just put a little bit of resin on each side. We'll do our spout first. Make sure it's on the right way. There we go. And then we'll cure it. Alright, and now we're gonna do the handle. I am using a 365 nanometer UV light for this. I used to have a 395 and it just really wasn't cutting it when it came to some of the thicker molds. So we upgraded to a 395 and that has been doing the job. Or 365 I should say. Okay, so now that we have our spout and we have our handle on, we're gonna start putting our fun little kitty decals on. What I do for these is just like really push it down with my fingers, also try to like heat it up. You can even use like your fingernail or you can use tweezers to just try to just make sure that everything is sticking. See some of my whiskers, some of those very small details will still stick. Even if you try the best you can, they might stick, and I usually just use my fingernail to separate it and then just push it down. There we go. There's his cute little face. Okay, there he is. Look how cute. He's looking really good. And now we're gonna add some details. Whoops. To the spout. Okay, so now that we have all of our decals on and it's looking really good, we're going to put our little cozy on top. Whoops, it flew away. Got our cozy on and put our little lid on top. There he is, all his glory. Look at how cute. Super, super cute. I just love this one. All right, so now we are ready to put our handles on our teacup. The tiniest bit of resin. That. And that. Let's see. And then we hit it with our light. So our little kitty teacups have their handles. They're all ready to go. And now we're just going to put their little faces on. I've seen some people say that they come off pretty easy, so you want to make sure that it's as stuck as it can be. Let's see if we can get it off. Take our teacup, make sure to position it so it's not crooked. Oh, it's crooked. Oh. Awesome. So our black cat teacups are now done, and they go on these really cute little dishes too. Now we're moving on to our calico teacups. Actually, when I did the unboxing for the calico teacups, I did not realize that it came with plates, just like the black cat teapot or teacups do, and I almost threw them away. But I was lucky and I was able to fish them out of the garbage, and now we have our plates to match. So just like the other one, use the tiniest bit. Well, that's not the tiniest bit. That's definitely not. We will work with it. Put it on. And cue magic. Okay, so now we have our handles on our teacups and they're looking really good. Now we're going to move on to put our decals on. Hiss and purr I would say this one's pretty spicy. This one's looking kind of cute. All right, let's see. Line up. Perfect. Pun intended. Okay, now we'll do our little ears. Ear number 1 and ear number 2. Ears have been acquired. Our little teacup can hear us now. She's got ears. Right, and let's see if we can put a few spots on. Heart, I'm gonna see if I can put the heart like here. Oh, that looks so cute. There we go. Oh, look at how cute. That looks adorable. All right, so now we're gonna move on to put our little sweets with our teacups, and you can do these however you want. You can get as creative as possible. I've seen some people just put them on the side, on the little plate. I've seen other people put them in the cups using a little bit of black resin to make it look like the sweets are floating inside the cups, and that is what I'm gonna do because I thought that that was a really cool idea. So we're opening up our macaroons. Shortbread, and even though you can't see it here, the shortbread actually has a little paw print on it, which is super cute, super adorbs. Alright, now that our cappuccino is almost done, we're going to use magic. Alright, so our handles are on, our decals are on, and we've filled these up with a little bit of, I would say it's probably like Earl Grey tea. It is a little bit dark, but I think it looks super cute, and we put our shortbread in there with our 2 little meringues, and I just love how they came together. I did, when I filled them up, the Spicy Cat has a little bit less in it, but you know, it kind of looks like I took a sip of it. And I'm leaving the sweets for last. So I think that they came out super, super adorable. And now we're gonna move on to make the final teapot and complete this set. There we go. And cue magic. So now that our spout and our handle are both on, we are going to get creative and put our decals onto this adorable calico teapot. And now we'll just add a few spots to the base. And there it is. Our cute calico teapot. Look at how cute he is. He also looks kind of chonky, but you know what? It adds to how cute. And there we have it. We have successfully completed the MINIVERSE Lifestyle Kitty Cat Teapot and Teacups. These are just so cute. I'm really in love with how they turned out. This might actually be one of my favorite MINIVERSE sets, and I know that that might be you know, an uncommon opinion because these were difficult. I will say it took me a couple days to make sure that they were exactly how I wanted them to be, but let me know down in the comment section, do you love this set? Was it super frustrating for you and you're swearing off teapots from here on out? Let me know, I'm curious. And make sure that you subscribe and like this video, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making it, and we'll see you next time. Bye!